Hey guys, Maven here, and as a lot of you may know, I used to be a WWE wrestler. Truly the coolest job on the planet. What you may not know is I did, and I fully admit that I took steroids. Now, disclaimer, I in no way, shape, or form condone the use of steroids. I in no way, shape, or form say the WWE condones the use of steroids. This video is for two things. One, entertainment. Two, education. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today, we're talking about steroids. Now, my time in the WWE started after the '94 steroid scandal and before the wellness policy. I was in a unique time that fell right in the middle. When I got to the WWE, I actually had, be honest with you, never thought about taking steroids personally. But once I got to there, I immediately found that I was not gonna be able to keep up without it. I actually had one of the top officials come up to me, and he didn't outright say, hey, we're gonna need you to get on this. What he told me was, have you thought about talking to some of the boys about that creatine that they're on? I asked around, said, am I hearing what I think I'm hearing? They informed me, yes, you are. So at that point, I wanted to do the safest thing possible, but get the result they were looking for. I found a doctor. Now, to find this doctor, where in the world do you begin? What I did was ask around, and I quickly found that there were a few doctors that would help a lot of the boys. They knew exactly what to get, and they knew exactly which direction to go. My goal was to get to between the 225-pound range to 240-pound range. I didn't want to look too big, but I wanted to look like I belonged in a WWE ring. The doctor immediately did some blood work on me and found out this is going to be good for what your goals are, what you're looking to get. I wanted to be above reproach if ever asked, and I wanted to be able to have a prescription for everything I had, and I achieved that. I was able to get everything that was pharmaceutical grade. Now, what does that mean? A lot of the performance enhancing drugs you're going to find on the secondary market, they're going to be veterinary grade. What's the difference? Most of them are designed actually for animals. It's not until you get to the pharmacy grade that you find stuff that's developed for humans. And I can tell you firsthand because I've tried them both. When you have something that's veterinary grade as opposed to human grade, you're not going to get as good results. The next question I always get, Maven, did the WWE pay for your steroids? No. They did not. It was all out of my pocket, and at the end of the day, it was 100% my decision. Now, where do you begin? What is the basic building block for most guys that use performance-enhancing drugs? Where does it start? I would say 90% of guys are gonna start with this. This is testosterone, testsipinate. Now, what's great about this is it will help you build muscle, it will help you recover, and it's usually, whether it's for somebody like me or whether it's for your meathead in the gym that wants to just maybe compete or just have beach muscles, for summertime. Testsipinate is fantastic for that. This is what I started with, but once you put some size on and you immediately find yourself a few months later weighing 20, 30 pounds heavier than you did, obviously you want to cut that up. This is what I started with. This is what I moved to. This is Primobolan. Now, this is great, another long-acting one. This is gonna stay in your system a little bit longer, and this is gonna help you once you get to that stage where you're trying to cut up and to actually look better in front of a live audience and look better, obviously, on television. Another good one. Now, you have your building blocks, you have your Kickstarter. How do you get them into your body? It's the most disheartening way possible, but you're gonna need yourself some syringes. For anyone who has to learn how to give themselves a shot every day, I can tell you, it is not fun. It never becomes fun. It never gets any easier, but It's all, it's all baked into the cake. You're not going to get this into your system without going this route. And it's one thing that older Maven does not miss at all. But I know what you're saying. You're saying, Maven, I hate needles. Well, guess what? I do too. I can tell you, there are oral options out there. Now, one of the oral options might come and look something like this, but I'm going to warn you, disclaimer, if you decide to take something orally, it's going to have to be filtered through your liver, which is going to do damage on your liver. As hard as it is to say that this is the safer method, this is the safer method if you're going to enter this life. And again, disclaimer, no, these are not real. This is strictly props. Now, the holy grail when it comes to performance enhancers is growth hormone, GH. That is what is affectionately known as the fountain of youth, and it might look something like this. Now, it's going to be something that's prescribed to you, and a lot of guys, even older than I am, take advantage of it. What is it going to do to you? It's actually going to give you that elasticity back in your skin. It's going to help you with weight control. It is also going to help kick all of these other ones into overdrive. So you might take these, but this will help you get better results from it as well. Now, guys, another reason it's going to help men of a certain age, it's going to boost that libido through the roof, and just like they say on the commercial, she's going to like it too. Now, another benefit of growth hormone is going to be it helps you recover quicker, helps you actually get back from injuries. When you get into this business, you realize you're never going to be 100% again. But as we discussed in pay sheets versus downside guarantee, we make more money when we're performing in front of the fans. So we have all the incentive, all the motivation in the world to get back as quickly as possible. This helps you do just that. Now you see some common performance enhancers that was around during my time in the WWE, but I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Maven, what did you take to look so magnificent? I'm not going to disappoint. Let me show you exactly what I took, and it actually might surprise you a little bit. The main thing that I raved about was this, Anavar. It's actually very popular with women. It helps women with the lean muscles, the looking fitter, looking younger. It's going to be relatively less destructive on the body. So this was my number one, with a combination of Winstrol. Most people, if they're gonna take something like this, they're gonna mix a testosterone in with it. For whatever reason, I got the best results off of this and this. Probably the fittest I've ever been in my entire life. Maven, you're full of it. I come with receipts. I come with proof. I'm coming to show you exactly the difference, the transformation in my body, just from taking these two. When I first arrived in the WWE around the 2002 time, this was the very first promo shot that I took. Now, this was absolutely on nothing. This was just them getting a promo shot, getting something out. 18 months later, I took my second promo shot. I will let you be the judge. Obviously, I'm not getting those results without these performance enhancers. What was the culture like backstage? Was it taboo? Was it something that guys talked about? Was it something that people were shunned for? Actually, no, but it's not something that most guys would freely discuss with other guys. Now, you could ask somebody maybe, hey, what are you on? And actually, anytime I was asked, if somebody looked at me and asked, hey, what are you on? I took that as a compliment, man. I took that as a point of pride, because that told me that I was getting the results I was looking for. Anything I did in the comfort of my own home. And I never saw anyone backstage holding on to it, injecting themselves in any way. Another question I always get asked, Maven, was the WWE okay with it? Well, Best way to answer that is technically, no, we weren't supposed to do it. In fact, in a lot of guys' contracts, myself included, the WWE had the right to get rid of anybody for illegal drug use at any time. They had the right to test us at any time. I remember a couple years, I was only tested a few times for the entire year, and subsequent years I might have been tested, once a month. Testing was simple. They would alert me about, an hour ahead of when the test was going to be taken. They would be like, hey, Maeve, meet so-and-so down at the training table. And we would go in and they'd hand me a cup. I'd go into a stall, walk back, hand it to them, wouldn't think twice about it. A week later, they'd come up to me and they'd tell me, hey, we got the results of your test back, you're good to go, or we got the results of your test back, and don't let anything get out of control. But never was I ever led to believe that my job was in jeopardy in any way. I do remember, a few guys being released, for performance-enhancing drugs, but my understanding of it was that was just WWE's way at the time to let them go. Me personally, I do feel like when I looked like this, I got more opportunities to be on WWE television at the time. Can I prove that? No, I wouldn't. But I also know what the culture was like back then. I'm actually extremely happy to know that wrestling, not only in the WWE, but wrestling as a whole, has moved in a different direction. I'm not saying I would have made any different decisions. I know me, I wouldn't have. There's a good chance that stuff like this is gonna harm me moving forward. Hey, that's the hand I was dealt, and that's the hand, more importantly, I dealt myself. I accept the repercussions of my actions. Now, am I saying that I don't have regrets? Of course, we all have regrets. And if you're interested in seeing my top 10 regrets from my time in the WWE, click this video. I promise you, it's a good one.